You know that feeling when you're watching the news and things just keep getting worse? When the talking heads start throwing around terms like global conflict, and you look at your safe thinking, man, do I really have what I need? Yeah, me too. With tensions cranking up worldwide, it's time we talk real talk about the guns that matter when everything else falls apart. We're not picking range toys or safe queens here. We're picking tools that'll keep you fed, keep your family safe, and keep running when the supply chain's broken and you can't just order more parts online. These 10 firearms aren't about looking cool or having the latest gadget. They're about ammo you can actually find, actions that run when they're filthy, and versatility that covers everything from putting squirrels in the pot to holding your ground. From quiet rimfires to hard-hitting battle rifles, I'm breaking down why each one earns its spot, with real ballistics and prices that let you stack ammo deep. If this fires you up, hit that like button and follow Modern Gun Reality for straight-shooting survival info that cuts through the noise. Glock 19. Let's kick this off with the Glock 19, chambered in 9mm. Running around $500 to $600, you're getting a compact workhorse that's proven itself from police holsters to war zones. It spits 115 grain projectiles downrange at about 1,200 feet per second, delivering 368 foot-pounds of energy. The mag holds 15 plus 1 rounds, which gives you serious firepower in a package that doesn't print under a shirt. What makes the 19 special? Simple. It works. Period. This thing's got only 34 parts total, and you can field strip it without a single tool. That polymer frame just shrugs off abuse that would make other guns cry. When society's crumbling and you can't baby your gear, that kind of reliability isn't a luxury. It's survival. Here's the kicker: 9mm ammunition. We're talking 1.5 billion rounds produced yearly just in the United States. It's NATO standard, meaning every allied military and most law enforcement agencies run it. When ammo becomes currency and you're scavenging, you'll find 9mm everywhere. Cost-wise, you're looking at 25 cents to 40 cents per round right now, which means you can stockpile thousands without selling a kidney. The trigger pull's consistent. That same pull every single time builds muscle memory fast. Some folks complain about the plastic feel or the Glock grip angle, but when you're fighting for your life, you won't notice. You'll notice that it goes bang every time you press the trigger. AR-15. Next up, the AR-15 platform in 5.56 NATO or 223 Remington. You can grab a solid build for $600 to $800, and you're getting a modular rifle that adapts faster than you can change your mind. We're launching 62 grain rounds at 3,020 feet per second for 1,255 foot-pounds, which gives you serious reach and punch for everything from perimeter defense to hunting medium game. The magic word here is modularity. Swap uppers, change stocks, slap on different optics. This rifle becomes whatever you need. That's the beauty. This platform's so common that parts are literally everywhere. Speaking of common, 5.56 NATO shares that throne with 9mm. Over 100 million magazines in circulation in the US alone. Ammo runs 50 cents to 80 cents per round currently. Not the cheapest, but you can stock deep during sales. Now, real talk. The AR-15 looks like a military rifle because it basically is. That tactical appearance might draw unwanted attention in certain scenarios. But the pros, that parts availability, the fact that you can scavenge mags and ammo from a million sources, the endless aftermarket for upgrades, massively outweigh the cons. Imagine this: urban looters one day, rural threats the next, maybe hunting deer when stores are empty. The AR morphs to meet each challenge. When chaos demands a rifle that evolves with your situation, the AR-15's your go-to workhorse. Mossberg 590A1. Time to bring out the big boom. The Mossberg 590A1 in 12 gauge. Running around $600 to $700, this pump-action shotgun turns your doorway into a kill zone that nothing wants to cross. Load it with 00 buckshot, and you're sending 9.33 caliber pellets screaming downrange at 1,200 feet per second, delivering over 1,300 foot-pounds of spread-out devastation. This isn't just a beefed-up hunting shotgun. The 590A1 meets military specifications. We're talking heavy-walled barrel, metal trigger guard, and safety, and a tough Parkerized finish that laughs at rust. That heavy-duty build means it'll outlast you and probably your kids. The 8+1 capacity gives you plenty of shells before reloading. Let's talk ammo versatility. 12 gauge is the Swiss Army knife of shotgun shells. 00 buckshot for defense, $1 to $3 per shell. Slugs for punching through barriers or dropping big game, birdshot for small game and practice, all from one gun. Civilian production is massive because hunters have used 12 gauge forever. Downsides? It's heavy at about 7 pounds loaded, and the recoil's stout. But you don't need to mag dump this like an AR. That distinctive pump-action sound, chick-chack, is a universal language that says, leave now or get ventilated. Most threats hear that and reconsider their life choices. Ruger 1022. Now let's shift gears completely. The Ruger 1022. In 22. Long rifle might seem like a kid's first gun, but hear me out. At $300 to $400, this little rimfire rifle is the unsung hero of survival batteries. It fires 40 grain bullets at about 1,070 feet per second. Yeah, not impressive energy-wise, but that's not the point. When grocery stores are empty and you need to put meat on the table quietly, this is your tool. Since 1964, the 1022 has been America's introduction to shooting. Millions exist, parts are endless, and the aftermarket is insane. It weighs under 5 pounds and won't broadcast your position to every hostile within earshot. That 10-round rotary magazine feeds reliably, and you're accurate out to 50 yards easy. Squirrels, rabbits, even raccoons and possums, all viable food sources. But here's where the 1022 becomes a legend. A long rifle. Ammunition. We're talking roughly 2 billion rounds produced yearly in the US alone. Cost: 8 cents to 12 cents per round. You can buy a 5,000 round case for what you'd spend on a few hundred centerfire rounds. The action's simple. Blowback semi-auto means few parts to break. That crack of a 22 doesn't carry for miles like a centerfire. You take your game and move on without ringing the dinner bell for every threat in the county. AK-47. Now we're stepping into legendary territory. The AK-47 in 7.62 by 39 millimeter is the rifle that just won't die, no matter how badly you treat it. Quality builds run $800 to $1,200, and you're getting a beast that fires 123 grain projectiles at 2,350 feet per second, 1,508 foot-pounds of energy. That's more punch than 5.56, delivering serious stopping power. What separates the AK from everything else? Loose tolerances that are actually a feature, not a bug. Where precision rifles choke on debris, the AK's sloppy fit lets dirt fall through. That gas system's built for abuse. When maintenance becomes a luxury, this rifle laughs at conditions that would sideline others. The real story is 7.62 by 39 mm ammunition. Since 1943, over 100 billion rounds have been manufactured. It's produced in 20-plus countries. Current prices sit around 30 cents to 50 cents per round, cheaper than 5.56 in many cases. If conflict spreads globally, you'll find 7.62 by 39 mm literally everywhere because half the world's militaries run it. Those 30-round magazines are abundant and cheap. Downsides? Recoil's stiffer than an AR, and the sights are more basic. But combat accuracy out to 300 yards? The AK handles it fine. The reliability factor outweighs everything else. When the world's burning and your rifle's caked in filth, this is the gun that laughs and keeps shooting. Smith & Wesson J-frame revolver. Time to go old-school concealed carry with the Smith & Wesson J-frame in .38 Special. Running $400 to $600, this little 5-shot revolver is your deep concealment solution that disappears under clothing. It launches 125 grain bullets at 950 feet per second for 251 foot-pounds of energy. Not rifle power, but plenty for close encounters. The J-frame design goes back over a century, and it's been a cop's backup gun for generations. This fits in an ankle holster, a pocket, or tucked in a waistband without printing. In uncertain times when you don't want to advertise that you're carrying, this revolver's your gray man solution. Let's talk .38 Special ammunition. Dating back to 1898, it's never been a primary military cartridge, which means it dodges government requisitions during shortages. Running 50 cents to 70 cents per round, it's affordable to stockpile. Bonus: you can shoot .38 Special in .357 Magnum revolvers for added flexibility. The double-action/single-action trigger's deliberate, which prevents accidents under stress. Yes, you only get 5 shots before reloading, and reloading's slower than swapping magazines. But revolvers don't jam. No failure to feed, no failure to eject. Drop it in mud, pick it up, wipe it off, and it shoots. That reliability's worth the capacity trade-off for a backup gun. Ruger Mini 14. Here's a rifle that flies under the radar while packing serious punch. The Ruger Mini 14, chambered in 5.56 NATO or 223 Remington, runs around $800 to $1,000, and it's your gray man rifle that doesn't scream tactical operator. It fires 55 grain bullets at 3,240 feet per second for 1,280 foot-pounds of energy, basically the same battlefield performance as an AR-15. The genius of the Mini 14 is the wood stock that makes it look like Grandpa's ranch gun. No pistol grip, no adjustable stock, no rails covered in accessories, just a simple traditional hunting rifle appearance. Except it chambers the same 5.56-23 ammunition as the AR-15. That means access to those 500 million rounds produced yearly, 50 cents to 80 cents each. The gas-operated action cycles reliably, and 20-round. Magazines give you decent firepower without the extended 30-rounders that mark you as a combatant. The rifle's simple to maintain, with a design that's proven over decades. Drawbacks? The aftermarket's tiny compared to the AR. AR platform. You're not building a Mini 14 from parts or swapping components easily. It's heavier than a comparable AR. But remember what you're buying: camouflage. In a world where looking like a threat gets you robbed, the Mini 14 lets you move armed without painting a target on your back. Precision bolt-action rifle. When you need to reach out and touch someone, or something, way out there, A precision bolt-action rifle in .308 Winchester, like the Remington 700, is your answer. You're looking at $600 to $1,000 for the rifle, plus you'll need to budget for quality optics. This platform slings 150-grain projectiles at 2,820 feet per second, delivering a whopping 2,648 foot-pounds of energy that hits like a freight train beyond 600 yards. The bolt action's inherently accurate, fewer moving parts, a locked-up action, and a consistent trigger pull that lets you place shots exactly where you need them. When threats are scouting your property, or you need to hunt large game at distance, this rifle delivers precision that semi-autos can't match. Here's where it gets even better. .308 Winchester is the civilian name for 7.62 by 51 mm NATO, the military designation. That means massive global production. Current prices run $1 to $2 per round. Not cheap, but when you need one-shot stops at long range, you're not mag dumping anyway. If supply chains collapse, military caches become scavenge sources. The bolt action's dead simple and shrugs off dirt. You manually operate everything, so there's no gas system to foul, no magazines to fail. Downsides are obvious. Slow follow-up shots, typically limited to 3 to 5 round internal magazines. But this is your Overwatch weapon, your reach-out-there solution when ARs and AK run out of effective range. Beretta 92 FS. Let's wrap up the pistol category with a classic, the Beretta 92 FS in 9mm, better known as the M9 in military service. Running $600 to $700, this is the Glock 19's classier Italian cousin with decades of battlefield credibility. It fires the same 115-grain bullets at 1,200 feet per second for 368 foot-pounds of energy, with that same 15+1 capacity in a rugged steel frame. The U.S. military adopted this as the M9 sidearm and ran it through deserts, jungles, and everything in between for over 30 years. That track record speaks volumes. The first double-action pulls heavier, which adds a safety margin, then single-action follow-ups are light and fast. That ambidextrous safety/decocker and the open slide design actually help reliability by letting debris fall out. Best part? It shares that massive 9mm ammunition pool. 1.5 billion rounds produced yearly, 25 cents to 40 cents each. Available from NATO military stocks to law enforcement agencies worldwide. You're buying into the same logistics network as half the world's armed forces. The steel frame makes it heavier than polymer guns. You'll feel it on your belt. But that weight also means less felt recoil, and the DA/SA system gives you options. Pulling out a beat-up Beretta 92 FS sends a message. This is proven military hardware. When scenarios need a sidearm with genuine combat credentials and endless ammunition availability, the Beretta 92 FS is your versatile warrior. There you have it. 10 firearms that'll carry you through when everything falls apart. From the J-frame's pocket punch to the .308 bolt action's distant precision, these aren't random picks. They're proven tools chambered in calibers you can actually find, built with reliability that doesn't quit when conditions get nasty, and versatile enough to handle whatever chaos throws at you. Remember, ammunition is your real currency in a collapsed world. A fancy rifle means nothing if you can't feed it. These 10 chamber the rounds that'll still be available when exotic calibers are ancient history. Think about your own situation. Where are you? Who are you protecting? What threats do you face? Which of these 10 would you grab first if things went south tomorrow? What's in your survival battery? Drop your picks in the comments. If this got you thinking seriously about your preparedness game, smash that like button and follow Modern Gun Reality for more straight-talk gear content that cuts through the hype. Stay armed, stay ready, and stay smart out there.